She wasn't supposed to be there. Ava Cole, an artist with empty pockets and a notice of eviction in her bag, walked into the kind of charity gala she could only dream of. Chandeliers sparkled like stars above the elite. She wore a black dress borrowed from a friend and blended in, pretending to belong. But in the shadows of the ballroom, hiding from security, she met him. Damien Cross, tall, devastating, dangerous, with a voice like velvet and eyes that cut through her like glass. They spoke in whispers. He knew she didn't belong. She didn't care. They shared a moment, a kiss, a spark, and before either of them could ask a name, they were tangled in silk sheets in a penthouse suite, lost in moans, heat, and reckless need. One night, no names, no promises. A week later, Ava walked into the glass fortress of Cross Enterprises, portfolio in hand, answering an art commission email. But when the elevator opened, her heart stopped. It was him, Damien Cross, the man she couldn't forget, and he hadn't forgotten her either. "I need a fake fiancé," he said, sliding a sleek contract across the table. "For 30 days. I'll pay you $1 million. She blinked. "Why me?" He leaned closer, his voice low and commanding. "Because I can't stop thinking about you." Her heart pounded. This was insane. But one look in his eyes, and she signed. The charade began. Public appearances, flashing cameras, lavish galas, romantic dinners, his hand on her lower back, his lips brushing her temple. To the world, they were in love. But behind closed doors, the lines blurred. She found herself falling, and he looked at her like he owned her. On a moonlit yacht, champagne in hand, she whispered, "This doesn't feel fake anymore." Damien said nothing. Instead, he pulled her in. Their mouths crashed, their bodies burned. That night, he worshipped every inch of her, slow, deep, possessive. She cried his name over and over until the stars faded. But feelings, they complicated things. At a gala, a blonde heiress clung to Damien's arm, laughing at his jokes. Ava smiled through clenched teeth, sipping wine like it could numb the ache in her chest. When the cameras stopped flashing, she grabbed his tie, yanked him into a quiet hallway and kissed him hard. "I don't like sharing," she growled. Damien's eyes darkened. "Then remind me who I belong to." He spun her around, slammed her against the wall, and kissed her like a man starved. Later, on his office desk, clothes half ripped, he took her hard, rough and desperate, like he was trying to forget the world and remember only her. The month ended. Ava found a white envelope on the kitchen counter, her check, the contract, a single line, "Thank you for your time," no kiss, no goodbye, nothing. She left, shattered. But Damien? He stared at the walls of his empty penthouse and couldn't breathe. The woman who made him feel alive was gone. Until one stormy night, he walked into her art gallery, soaked in rain, holding a canvas. It was her, naked, beautiful, painted with every stroke of longing. "I painted this the day you left," he whispered, "because I finally realized, oh, I don't want the contract, I want forever." Tears spilled from her eyes as she dropped her paintbrush. She ran to him, and he caught her like he'd been waiting his whole life. Their mouths met in a storm of love, forgiveness, and heat. Paint smeared their bodies. He laid her down on the gallery floor, kissing every inch of her with reverence. That night, they made love. Slow, deep and raw, like two souls finally finding home. One night turned into one contract turned into something real, and love turned into forever, the end.